Remember that not all readings will resonate with every member of the collective. So today our reading is suggesting that many of you in the most recent past, if this reading resonates with you, have gone through some type of movement. And I'm seeing an egg underneath this stork. So that could also suggest that some of you in the collective are getting ready to have children, you are getting ready to nest, and you feel like moving into a different location or going through some kind of transformation might be more advantageous for your long-term success. In addition to that, that egg could suggest ideas, thoughts, projects, situations, that are intended to initiate change in your life that are still in the beginning stages, and it is important to foster a proper environment for those things to start manifesting. And as a result, some of you in the collective might feel the need to change something. Storks usually suggest birth, pregnancy, movement, relocation, and transformation. So what type of move are we making? Well, we have the garden, and the garden is usually about community, usually about social networks, environments that involve other people. So what it shows me in combination with this peacock, and peacocks usually have a lot to do with confidence, is that some of you in the collective are making a move in your life to a place where you feel more confident, more self-assured, where you feel as if you could spread your wings. So we have two very positive representations of birds here, which also symbolize other people, social networks. So some of you are moving into or recently have moved into a social network that you feel you can confidently pursue your goals. And this could also be a literal situation where you have went into a public situation where you are celebrating something, enjoying something with others. And then we have the dog. So currently this move for you has moved you into a situation where you have a lot of loyalty and support. And then we have the mountain, and it's funny that the mountain kind of falls over like that. So there's been a temporary block to receiving the support that you have moved into this new situation for. But it's okay, because you see the goat here, and there is a way around this situation. There's been a temporary block or barrier in your social network, or at least your friends have somehow been blocked from helping you currently. So you've moved into a social situation where there's blockages. And if this has to do with a pregnancy, there might be some hiccups with your delivery or hiccups with the pregnancy, some type of temporary stall. And I know this because, well, I don't know this, but the cards are suggesting that after this temporary stall, you receive very fast movement, news that will bring some type of reprieve from this blockage. You receive some type of assistance, or after a temporary stall in developments, there is all of a sudden a quick course of movement to set things straight and get the ball rolling again. In addition to that, I get a sensation that this social network is some type of social network or friendship allegiance from your past, someone from a past part of time in your past where you kind of go back there in order to get the support that you need. And there's a block, but then all of a sudden things start moving very fast. And then fortune kind of plays in your favor. You start having some luck. Although temporary, it leads to some lucky money, lucky abundance, lucky multiplicity. There is movement here in finance. There is movement here in assets. There is movement here. So it quite possibly might just literally be you felt the need to make a movement with your money. You moved your funds somewhere. You trusted an advisor to move your funds somewhere, and you received a temporary block. And then all of a sudden you get the go ahead and you get that short term but multiplicitous, if that's a word, multiplicitous. Either way, you get this movement that leads you in a direction where you receive abundance. But you got to be careful what to do with that abundance. You got to reinvest that abundance. If it has to do with relationships, you get this support network, and you know what? There's this temporary stall, but all of a sudden you move forward. If this is about relocating, yes, you had relocated and everything seemed good, and then there was a blockage, but that will be settled, and then you will be able to move forward once again.